SmackDown was in Lincoln, Nebraska tonight, and it's quite ironic they were in Lincoln because Shane McMahon does not know what the hell Mount Rushmore is. He calls it Mount Mushmore. You're kidding me. Anyway, you start off with Shane McMahon doing the Shane Shuffle to the ring. He makes Greg Hamilton announce him as the best in the world, what he does every single week. He rips into Roman Reigns for attacking his father. He says, what kind of a man attacks another man's father, which is unbelievably ironic. Just what a horrible line. And Shane compares attacking Vince to disrespecting the American flag or disrespecting Mount Mushmore. That's embarrassing. Shane messes up all his words. Like, he's fumbling over every single word here. It's embarrassing. It's crazy. Then you have Roman Reigns come out. He stares down Shane McMahon. Then Elias comes out. Reigns attacks Elias. Shane attacks Roman. Roman starts to get the better of Shane, hits him with a boot. Then Elias comes in the ring. Shane and Elias beat down Roman. Elias hits his finisher, leaves Roman Reigns laying down in the middle of the ring. They're clearly setting up Roman Reigns and Elias, and I think they announced it later in the show. So you have Roman Reigns and Elias at Money in the Bank. And I have to say, the reaction to Roman Reigns was very good tonight. It was all cheers. Basically, you heard almost no boos. They got a lot of boos when they attacked him. When they beat down Roman, they got sympathy on him. The fans were behind Roman here. Roman Reigns is a babyface. I'm starting to get behind Roman, too. I think part of it, he's in a good feud. He's fresh on SmackDown. It's a new start. I'm starting to get behind Roman Reigns again. And it's not, because of, him overcoming leukemia or anything like that. It's been a while since I've ever really been interested in his character. I'm interested in his character right now, and it's been a while as just purely wrestling. So you had Kofi Kingston backstage being interviewed by Kayla Braxton, who looks great, by the way. Kayla interviews him about his match. He cuts a promo. He talks about New Day rocks. Kofi Kingston is now, since Big E's out, Xavier and Big O are now the New Day. Kevin Owens is now Big O. You had Zelina Vega. She cut a promo when she was out with Andrade, and she rips into Finn Balor, and she's really good. She's really good on the mic. I like Zelina a lot. So they have a match, and I'm really interested to see how this feud progresses, because how it ends is Zelina messes up. She fucks up. And she accidentally screws Andrade in the match. She messes the match up. When I first saw this, all I can think of, WWE has plans for Aleister Black. Aleister Black was drafted or moved to SmackDown in the shakeup this week, even though he was moved to Raw last week. And now he has plans on SmackDown. I'm thinking to myself, we all know Aleister Black and Zelina Vega are married in real life. And it's no secret that Andrade is dating Charlotte, and it looks like they might even get engaged soon. So when I'm thinking about this, Zelina's going to turn on Andrade. Andrade's going to be a face. Zelina's a heel. She's going to go with Aleister as a heel. And then Andrade's tag team partner is going to be Charlotte. I wouldn't mind seeing that match at SummerSlam. If we get that mixed tag, and I've never been a huge mixed tag fan, but I wouldn't mind seeing that match if that's what they're going to build to. They show Elias in the back, and he talks about his match with Roman at Money in the Bank. Shane stops by there, and they go into a limo together, so I guess Elias is going to be aligned with the McMahons for the time being. They show Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville confronting Paige earlier in the day, and Mandy is jealous that Paige has a new partner. She has a new team, Kyrie and Asuka. She wants Absolution back. Looks like that's the first match for Kyrie and Asuka, the first team for them to beat. Then Paige and her team. I hate how she overshadows Asuka and Kyrie, saying she's pushed as the star. I'm not a fan of that at all. Anyway, they're interrupted by the Iconics. The Iconics, just not a huge Paige fan at all. And I don't think Asuka and Kyrie Sane need her, to be quite honest. I know their English isn't good, but I don't think they need her. So it's interesting. You have the Iconics ripping them apart. They mentioned Avengers Endgame because that movie's coming out on Friday. They make reference to Thor and Captain America. Then they have the match. So Billie Kay was pretty much squashed by Naomi last night. So that means Peyton Royce tonight is squashed by Kyrie Sane in her first match on the main roster. She destroys Peyton Royce. Now, Kyrie Sane should destroy Peyton Royce no matter what in any match, but still, Peyton Royce is one of the tag team champions. Her partner was squashed last night as well. It's already a joke. Like what an embarrassment. After match, you have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville come out and mock them. Then you have Jinder Mahal, who's on SmackDown now with the Singh brothers. We get an Aleister Black promo. And one thing I've been noticing in the fans, there's a kid dressed up as the Ultimate Warrior, and there was some drama that someone passed away in the front row. I think that was proven false. That's just not true at all. So I think that, thankfully, that's not going to happen. So you have Chad Gable and Jinder Mahal, and who's going to be released first? I mean, Chad Gable probably. He's probably going to be the next guy to ask for his release. Lars Sullivan attacks Chad Gable from behind. He destroys him. And then he kills the Singh brothers. He destroys Jinder Mahal, runs away like a coward, even though he's probably bigger than Lars Sullivan. What a coward he is. Then you have R-Truth come to the ring, and Sullivan kills him. Lars Sullivan sucks. I was supporting him, but I'm just realizing this is just some nutter generic monster. It's he's nothing to me. I wanted him to do well at first, but now it's he's nothing. So you have Roman Reigns backstage. He talks about how he's going to break Elias's jaw, and he accepts his challenge for Money in the Bank. So that match is official, Elias and Roman. Charlotte Flair comes out, and she has her ring gear on, so you can tell she's going to wrestle. She talks about the main event of WrestleMania, how Becky pinned Ronda, and she never lost her belt. And then Becky comes out, and Becky is not getting a good promo. They're giving her terrible material. It's like they're trying to kill Becky Lynch. They've done this to so many wrestlers who've won the main event of WrestleMania. They never really wanted to push them, so they bring them down to almost prove that they're right. This has happened to a lot of wrestlers. I think this is starting to happen to Becky. They're killing all her heat. The promos are not any good. They've done a horrible job of Becky Lynch. And Becky was so hot 6-7 months ago. And after the stuff and before the match, when she was supposed to wrestle Ronda at the Survivor Series, she was, with the broken nose, she was the hottest thing in all of wrestling. She was the biggest star in the company. They've ruined her. The promos are horrible. I think Lacey Evans ruined Becky. Lacey Evans is fucking horrendous. She's absolutely fucking garbage, and I think that's killing Becky. Her reaction wasn't that good here. It's a boring promo. She's allowing Charlotte to get the better of Becky. It's almost like she's frustrated what she does on Twitter. She's unleashed. They're horrible stuff for Becky. It's they have to make her a goody two-shoes babyface or something now. Then they're interrupted by Bayley, and Bayley gets a good reaction. Bayley felt like a star here. And she comes to the ring, and she confronts Charlotte. She gets in Charlotte's face, which is really good. She gets right in her face. They even butt heads. There's a brawl about to break out, and finally they have a match. And this was really cool. And I think to myself, we see Bayley, we see Charlotte, and we see Becky all in the ring together. Someone's missing. It's, I don't know. It's someone's missing here. Anyway, it's official. It's Charlotte and Bayley. They're going to have a match. They have a good match. I enjoyed it. They gave Bayley some offense. You knew Charlotte's going to win, obviously. Bayley's not pinning Charlotte, but I wish they would have had a better ending. I didn't like how they just pinned Bayley so easily. I thought she could have had a better showing here, and I did not like the spear finish. I thought you could have at least finished Bayley with a natural selection, but I guess she's not even worth you wasting a natural selection finish on. That's how low on the totem pole Bayley is now. I thought you could have at least had Charlotte pin her with that, but the spear, that's it. Fans were getting behind Bayley. Maybe, who knows? Could Bayley be Becky last year? What was Becky doing last year? Nothing. Can Bayley do that? I don't think so. Because I don't think she has that fire. But maybe she does. However, this was something for Bayley. It's the best thing she's done in 2 years, to be honest. And all I can think of is how much more opportunities you get on SmackDown than you would on Raw. That's really crazy. Yeah, Raw really sucks. So, as for Bayley's partner, or ex-partner, supposedly Sasha Banks is going to stay home and wait for a contract to expire, which I don't know. No one knows how much longer it could be. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's 2 years. All I know is WWE does not want to lose Sasha. They don't want her going anywhere. And I think they're going to do everything in their power to make sure Sasha stays with the company, even if that means they can't use her if she stays home. I think they'd rather her just stay home for 2 years than have her go to their competition and be the top female star in AEW. So that's what I think of that. It is kind of, I wouldn't mind seeing Gareth be pushed. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a triple threat or something like that, or Bayley get a good push. They showed a New Day in the back. You have Kofi, Xavier, and Big O. Then you have another Firefly Funhouse promo. The more I think about it, the Firefly Funhouse, I like it. There you go. I thought it was horrible when I first saw it, and then last night it started to grow on me. This night, I like it. It's something new. It's something different. I think Bray Wyatt likes it. It's something completely different. I think this might get over. Give it a chance. It's not, like it doesn't have the hype when Bray Wyatt first came into the company. He had a lot of hype on him. This is not that, but there's something about it. I'm interested to see how it progresses. We never know. So main events, Kofi Kingston and Shinsuke Nakamura. This was building up to Kevin Owens' heel turn, and that's what we get here. It's a decent match. Nakamura is still phoning it in. He has Rusev and Lana outside. One thing I noticed for sure Kevin Owens is turning heel is there's a spot where Xavier Woods is thrown over the top rope by KO, and it looks like that's a tag team, but he throws him high, and Xavier lands past Rusev, and he takes the worst fall from it. So I noticed that things up there. And then Kevin Owens super kicks Kofi Kingston to DQ. He destroys him, beats him down. Heel Kevin Owens is back. I would have liked to seen him run a while as this babyface character. I wouldn't mind seeing a babyface Kevin Owens for a while because it's something different. And I was actually kind of getting into his babyface character when they were showing those vignettes, but he's heel. It's a good opponent for Kofi. I wouldn't mind the rivalry at all. I think they're going to have a really good match at Money in the Bank. He destroys Kofi, and then Xavier tries to make the save, but then Kevin Owens beats up Xavier, and he gives him a powerbomb on the apron. Sick powerbomb. And the show ends with Kevin Owens looking on as Kofi tries to attend Xavier, who Kevin destroyed. Very good promo, a very good setup for their match. So I thought this was really well done, and I'm looking forward to Kofi Kingston and Kevin Owens at Money in the Bank. So I thought that was a very good, effective promo at the end, a really good angle. So I thought SmackDown had some ups and downs. I thought it was a pretty good show tonight. Unfortunately, the ratings aren't going to show it because they have some extremely tough sports competition tonight. Like they're going up against a lot of hockey and basketball playoffs. So the ratings aren't going to be good. But for a show, it was in Nebraska. It wasn't meant to be, a major show. It's 3 weeks after WrestleMania. It's kind of the dead season for WWE. I thought it was actually a decent show. Nothing spectacular, but it was pretty fine. I thought it did a good job setting up Money in the Bank. So I actually enjoyed SmackDown this week. And I thought Raw was pretty decent too. So surprisingly, I thought the shows were pretty good this week.